welcome. Today's video is going to be all about what is new in the PODIO Powerhouse Max system. What are the upgraded features? Now, some of you may be familiar with the older version of PODIO Powerhouse, and you're wondering what makes this one different or so much better. And that's everything that we're going to look at and focus on today. So I've got it pulled up here in front of us with some of these new features listed out, and I'm just going to walk you through each of them, help you understand what that value is and what it's going to do to save you time and make things better. So these 77 automations that are highlighted here are a critical piece to the new things that have been built in. Now, in the back end of PODIO, what makes it truly valuable is this Citrix PODIO workflow automation, previously known as GlobiFlow, but then it was bought or acquired by the Citrix organization. So now it's been renamed Citrix PODIO Workflow Automation. And these are the rules that make it so powerful to click a button and generate your contract, or move something from a lead to an offer, or mark it as a dead lead and make sure that there's no more future tasks scheduled there. Those things are listed in here, and those make it so much better. Now, you, once you get the system, can get in and customize, add more automations or tweak the ones that are there. But to have this out of the box and have it the way that really streamlines proven real estate investing businesses is so important, to have that and not have to invent it yourself and upgrade. So that's one of the best pieces of what is new in this new upgraded package. Now, if we look back here, this unlimited 365-day follow-up sequences. Let's just walk you through what that actually means. So previously in PODIO Powerhouse, if you couldn't contact a lead, couldn't reach them, you could click and just start dripping out. And there was one built-in hard-coded sequence, and it would just go through that. But with the new version, what you have in the system is actually this new app that is added. There's two pieces to it, the drip sequence tracker and then message templates. Think of the message templates like the individual building blocks that roll together into drip sequence tracker, right? And when you have one of these drip sequences turned on, or if you're trying to use them, there's several out of the box. So like our vacant drip sequence, if you find out this is a vacant property, you couldn't reach them, get them on the phone, well, there are 8 messages prepared that go over a 56-day time period that just start dripping out. But you could come and you could add your own drip sequence. And in another training video, we go over all the steps to do that. But you say, I want to create the this lead is crazy sequence, whatever you want it called. You create your sequence, and then you start putting together the building blocks to say what goes out in it. Those are unlimited. You can have as many options as you want, and you can have those. And from your seller lead, it's just a drop down. Which sequence do you want to start? Boom, pick one, and it will follow that plan. You can get in and you can add more steps. So if you want more than 8 for an out of area sequence, you can add more than that. But it's all part of what comes in the box with these sequences, plus unlimited options to add more yourself. All right. So that is a super powerful piece of the new setup. The improved digital contract for e-signature. We're just trying to streamline and make it easier or better for you to take that, create a contract, and send that out for e-signature. There are some clunky bits or bad formatting in the old one, and we have stepped up the game there. Dispositions management is a piece that wasn't really included previously. Once you made an offer, you could tag if it was accepted or closed or any of that. But now we have a whole dispositions app. If I pull this up here, we can get into the dispositions piece and track, okay, how many made it this far? Did we actually close on time? What's our track record? Who's in charge of the steps to get us there? And you have a dedicated spot to manage that, okay? 3-click comps, that's a really important part over on the seller lead piece. And if we actually pull one of these open just to glance at it, it allows you the ability, before ever sending it to your offers app, to just do your work real quick and say, Are we ready to make an offer on this one? Is this something we want? And remember, new features all over the place, like our summary, the page layout, and even our quick jumping around the page to the different spots. So I'm going to go to the comp research section, just one click and boom, I'm at that portion of the page. It helps us that we can just click and find what it has on these outside sites for this address. And then we can punch them in, get our averages. And then down here, we can find any comps. Usually we have a VA work on it. They set the comps. And they say, okay, here's a comp I found. Here's the link to go look at it. It was this many square feet. This is what it sold for. And they come punch that info in. You can just look right here, glance through, see it, get the average value of those comps after they've been entered, and help you to know what you really think this property is worth and make a proper offer. And once you've got all that gathered, you've done the research, it's back up top in that internal purchase details. Jump to this section here is where we punch in our numbers, make sure it works out, and it spits out, hey, is this a good offer that you're about to make? And if so, then easily you're just going to go ahead and say, all right, we're ready to push this to our offers app. Okay, super valuable piece to just analyze that before sending stuff forward and throwing off your stats to say, how many offers did we make last month? Oh, well, those ones we thought we were going to but didn't. Just really helps to have that analysis on that front piece. Instant canned responses. This one I really, really like personally. We find that a lot of leads get turned on to a drip campaign because we tried, we couldn't reach them, and we just said, okay, turn this on for some automated follow-up. But an instant canned response, that comes in when you send the same type of message over and over. So maybe it's a first or a second contact. You've tried calling, didn't reach them, and then you stop and you send them a message, hey, I'd love to talk to you. We're still interested in buying your house. Well, if you find yourself sending that message over and over and over, all you have to do is set it up as a template, and then you just select it as an instant canned message. And boom, okay, oh, our offer is ready. Click that. Or our touch one, click that, and it will send out right away. Save yourself from typing those repetitive messages if you have something that can just go right away as a canned message. And you can always come, that's part of that message templates feature that's been added. You can come in there and you can add as many new templates as you want as canned messages, ready to just select at the click of a button. Let's keep going down this list here. So team member actionable KPIs, that kind of ties in with the team member role management and automatic tasking. But those pieces of what a team member needs to do and what a team member has done have really been improved in the new system so that you can track that and you can know what's going on, who's responsible for what. And that really all centers around two specific apps we have in the system. You'll see the KPI tracker for the what has been done and the team members app where you organize who's in what role, who should be assigned in the round robin for leads. All of that stuff has its own dedicated spot to manage. Okay. From there, let's talk about the automatically sending custom ringless voicemails, texts, and emails out. So that ties in somewhat to the canned responses and to those drip or follow-up sequences where there are new available features in that, like those ringless voicemails. You can have them recorded and in your system, and then when that message goes out, whether you trigger it as a canned message or whether it comes as part of a drip sequence, those messages will have various types of things that it can send. Let's just take a look at an example here. So in our message templates app, again, whether it's one of our canned response pieces or something that's part of one of the prepared sequences, if we just open one of these, so we can see here in this particular one, it's tagged to go as a text and an email. So we have a text section. What should we say when that text goes out? We have the email section. What's the subject line and message? Okay. If you wanted, you could add a slide broadcast ringless voicemail or task one of the team members, and you're able to just come here and under that appropriate section, put the details to sync it up. We have another training video on exactly how to integrate slide broadcast for those ringless voicemails, but that feature wasn't even there as an option previously. Now, some things like this, just note, slide broadcast does have separate cost associated with it, and you'll have to pay for the messages you send through there, but the ability to just easily and instantly have it integrated is super helpful in this new system. Now we're going to look right here about the automatic lead duplication eliminator and bulk importer. What that means really is talking about our app that is the lead entry app. And we have a training video in place that you can watch that goes through the different ways to use the lead entry app to make sure stuff is passing through, or hey, maybe if it got stuck here, you'd see it and it needs attention. But this checks for duplicates. It makes it easy to import, and it gets it all in there so that only the real leads are coming in, and you don't get 10 texts from one guy that all show up as new seller leads, and really only one of them is the lead, right? So that is the purpose of this lead entry app, and it really helps with managing duplicates and importing in bulk. These are just the main or primary things, but back to that top one of those automations, so many little things buried in those automations that just weren't even considered or part of the previous package, and you get them now out of the box if you choose to go with PODIO Powerhouse Max. Absolutely stand behind how valuable this stuff is and what a deal it is to get this installed and running for your organization.